everyone, and this is another episode of A Masterpiece Storytime where we are reading Treasure Island. In this video, or episode I should say, we are reading chapter 14, The Doctor Continues, The First Day of Fighting Ends. So let me get on my glasses and we'll get started. Alright, here we go. We now ran to the stockade and at every step heard the pirates drawing closer. As we made for the clearing, the captain passed his best gun to the squire, who raised it to his shoulder and took aim. I turned and gave my sword to Gray, who, I am happy to say, spit on his hands and, taking it, made it sing as he slashed the blade through the sharp air. He had come back to the right side. We were advancing to our stockade when some of the mutineers appeared. They stopped suddenly, and the squire and I fired, just as Hunter and Joyce did from the stockade. One of the enemy fell dead, shot through the heart. The rest scattered. Just as we were beginning to feel victorious, a shot rang out and poor Tom Redruth fell to the ground. It was plain he was dying. The rest of the mutineers had retreated, so we carried poor Tom back to our stockade, and there, after requesting prayers and asking forgiveness from the squire, he died. The captain then emptied his pocket of the many small items he had been carrying, such as a pen, rope, ink, tobacco, and a logbook. He climbed to the roof of the log house and there tied the flag of England to the top of a fallen tree he had, with many panes drawn up. Finishing this, he came back down and asked me how many weeks before I expected another ship would come to find us if we had not returned. I answered that it would be more likely be months, not weeks, before that happened. The captain then answered that we were very tight on rations. It's a shame we lost that second load. We're much in trouble without it. Just then we heard the cannon fire again and heard a ball land just beyond the cabin. We knew then that they were firing for us, but we felt no alarm. "Ho," said the captain, "blaze away. You'll never hit us from where you are, but you'll do us the favor of using up all your powder." With that, the gun flared again, but to no purpose. They continued this all through the evening. Later that night, Gray and Hunter volunteered to try to rescue the rations from the shallow water where the low tide had left them in the sand. This proved useless, as Silver's men, they found, were already carrying most of them away. They had their arms around our supplies, and each bore a musket taken no doubt from some secret hiding place of their own. The captain began to record our condition in his log. Alexander Smollett, master. David Livesey, ship's doctor. Abraham Gray, carpenter's mate. John Trelawney, owner. John Hunter and Richard Joyce, owner's servants. Landsman, being all that's left, with stores for 10 days. Thomas Redruth, shot dead. James Hawkins, And even as he was finishing, we heard a joyous shout. I ran out just in time to see Jim Hawkins safe and sound, climbing over the stockade wall. Alright, so that was chapter 14. I hope you enjoyed it. Please join me next time when we read chapter 15. Jim resumes the story, The Garrison in the Stockade. Alright guys, see you next time.